to pour in and join us, and we'll start shortly. Thank you so much for taking the time this morning to talk to us about this campaign. All right, I think we should be live on all of our platforms. So good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited about this campaign personally. We've been working on this and planning this and talking about this with our team for a little while here. And in just a minute, we'll have some folks talk about what this campaign means to them personally. So thank you so much for joining us on this Monday morning. And this campaign is called How to House ATX, and we hope that we can share some more information about this and what we hope to accomplish. And on that note, I wanted to go around to each of our guests, panelists, and ask a question. What does this campaign mean to you personally? And how do you think that through this campaign, we can impact the city of Austin? So I wanted to start with Lyric, if you're here with us. Lyric, what does this campaign mean to you personally?
Well, yeah, so I'm hoping my dogs don't interrupt me in the background because they're trying to go crazy right now. But I moved to Austin 8 years ago, and arriving here, I lived from motel to motel until my mother couldn't afford more than a day's meal. At 15, I moved into the family shelter of Salvation Army downtown, and right before my 16th birthday, I begged for my mother to get us out. Every person, no matter what age, deserves to have a birthday with a roof over their own head, their own roof. But unfortunately, when my special day, when my special day came, I was still in that shelter. Little did I know until I got into this line of work, what was the reason why my mom struggled to get us housed was because there was limited to no housing available for someone like her. And when I say someone like her, I mean an African-American Black woman who suffers from mental illness and has permanent disabilities that keep her from working a full-time job. And so unfortunately, that 16th birthday was because that Austin just didn't have the capability of housing someone who had barriers against her. And so most people who work in this field come to understand the struggles our homeless communities face, but people outside, specifically our Austin community, fail to realize just how limited access to housing is. I've heard local Austinites often say, I wish I could do more, or what's the best way to help? And while there's not one answer and there's an entire system that must be addressed, there's an honorable and authentic intention behind the How to House campaign. And since the first day with my job, Texas Network of Youth Services, since they asked me to join a Zoom call about this campaign, I couldn't help but want to be a part of this for 3 reasons. Housing is a human right, first of all. Every person deserves access to safe and stable housing, regardless of their circumstances. Second of all, the more people we have committing to How to House is the closer we get to decreasing the number of people experiencing homelessness that has been gradually increasing every year in Austin and around the nation. And lastly, when people ask, what can I do to help? How to House is the most tangible and helpful thing a person can do to help house a person experiencing homelessness. So when you're looking for, especially someone in the community who doesn't do this work regularly, when you're looking for something to access and say, how can I actually help you? How to House is something that's tangible and realistic and actually can serve the homeless population in a direct way. And you can offer that help, by reaching out to your landlords, or if you're a landlord yourself, actually signing on to be a partner with this campaign. And I think that's specifically why I'm a part of this, because this housing piece is just the most important component. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Kaylin, would you tell us what this campaign means to you?
Definitely. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kaylin, and I work at ECHO, as their community housing portfolio manager. Our team at ECHO mainly focuses on building and maintaining housing partnerships in the community. So this campaign is really beautiful to us particularly because it means that we're given an opportunity to just expand that portfolio and provide a larger variety of options to individuals who are exiting homelessness. We've been doing this work for several years, and we've seen amazing success in our partners with market properties in the Austin-Travis County area. And through our partnerships that we currently have, we were able to house or assist with the housing of 400 households last year. But we know that we need to more than double that in the upcoming year. So this campaign is really coming at an amazing time so that we can do our best to engage the community and work towards meeting this current year's goals, to helping our neighbors move into housing. We believe that housing is a human right, and we also know that housing ends homelessness. So we are just really excited for this opportunity to work with our community and engage everybody in our goal to help be part of the solution and help our neighbors find some housing.
Thank you so much. Chaz, I wanted to call you in here into the mix. When you think about this campaign, what does this mean to you? Why does this matter?
Yeah, first, I think this is important to me because a lot of people don't know that I was actually homeless for about 2 or 3 years, but not in the in the sense of I was on the streets, or I was in shelters. I was just bouncing around from couch to couch with friends and families that I knew, because of my criminal background. It made it very hard to find sustainable housing until you find like a private landlord or something like that. But also, in the grand scheme of things, we know that there are, extreme deep racial disparities in the housing crisis itself. We look at the fact that Austin is 7.88% Black, but an overwhelmingly large number of people that are experiencing homelessness are people that are unhoused, are the Black community. And we also know that folks that are experiencing homelessness tend to get caught up in the criminal legal system like none other. And again, when we start talking about the criminal legal system, that too, in a very disparate way, affects the African American community and the Latinx community as well. So, and then also, if I can get on my soapbox for a second, I think the way we